I got a great day out here sailing today, and even better, I sold the Outboard 30 finally. Great guy named Mike. We're all set, we're taken care of. He's super stoked. I'm going to focus on a boat that's a little bit more accessible to me, meaning not quite 3.5 hours away, and needing quite so much work. But in the meantime, I'm going to hang with the Tanzer 22. I've got a bunch of things that I want to do on this boat. Except for some little things, probably first up would be bottom paint, but I'll likely bring it to the local yard. I don't have much wind. I don't have a DIY yard around here I can take advantage of. But in the meantime, I'm sailing and I am super happy. So, hey, good morning. It's a little before 7 a.m. and I'm going to take the boat out this morning because the log, or the speedometer, but the paddle wheel on the log isn't spinning anymore. So I'm going to take the boat out, throw the anchor down, jump over the side and see if I can free that up and clean it up. And the wind is actually up a little bit this morning, so I'm going to try to go for a little sail afterwards, see how that goes. Now that I've worked up a little bit of a sweat, getting in the water is not be quite so traumatic. So let's go ahead and do that. The water's not too bad. I'm surprised it's not as chilly as I thought. When I'm in there, it's perfectly warm. So let me get my my camera for underwater, and we'll go have a look at this hull because the clarity of the water, or visibility, is not really too bad. Okay, back out of the water. What I learned was, first off, the log wheel, which I thought was probably just so contaminated or gummed up with sediment that it wasn't spinning, is spinning fine. The culprit really is this connection right here. It's not well connected right here. It's been messed up. I mean, it's been probably just beat on and whatnot. Anyways, the long and the short of it is the log is now working. So that's cool. Okay, so I can get in here with my, I can take care of that. I'm not worried about electrical issues necessarily. The other thing was I looked at the anchor road, and the anchor was well dug in, but I realized that I hadn't put out enough road, and the chain part, it's like 10 feet of chain or something like that that's out, was actually lifting from the bottom. Seriously, these planes are taking off like every a minute and a half or something like that. Anyways, I let out more scope, and that took care of it. I thought that with the river current, no matter how much scope I put out, it would still be lifting the chain up, and we'd basically have a taut anchor road. That was not the case at all. I put out more scope, and the chain part of the road did drop, and I showed that. So that's totally cool. I've never dove on an anchor chain before, so that's a first for me. The last thing is that this is a bolt-on keel, and it seems like there is something going on between the keel and the hull. Some sort of gap, some sort of problem with the epoxy, you know, the filler, the fill right there. And I don't know to what extent it's a problem. I could not tell that. The current is kind of picking up. The wind is against the current, and it's a little choppy here, but that's interesting. And so when I have the boat pulled out of the water to have the bottom cleaned, which I'm going to do here at some point, the boat probably isn't worth much work unless I could do it myself. So I probably won't have anything done with it unless it's pretty relatively simple. But we'll have a look at that and see what we got. But overall, it was fun. It was fun to get in the water. So the outboard engine doesn't want to rev up. I've used nothing. The engine has less than 30 hours on it. I've used absolutely nothing but ethanol-free gas. It's a brand new tank. This is brand new. Has never had anything but ethanol-free in it. But when I try to rev the engine, it wants to die. So it seems to me it's a it's a carburetor issue. It's a gas issue, and it just that bothers the hell out of me. Sorry about the wind here. Yeah, just what a pain in the ass. Luckily I have some tools with me, so maybe I can go ahead and open up the carburetor and see what I can find. Okay, well, I got the carburetor off with relatively little trouble, which is good. I didn't lose any parts yet. Let's go ahead and open up that float bowl. I've got gas spilling out here. I'll open up that float bowl and see what I can see from inside there. Oh, yeah, this is good. There's a lot of gas in here. This thing only has 30 hours on it and nothing but clean ethanol-free gasoline. I don't even have anything to clean up the main jet anyways. I'm just going to have to blow through it and see if that does what I need it to do. Just trying to take the main jet right here out, see what I can see. I'm already marring up the brass, which which is I can see clear through that. You probably can't. But it doesn't seem to be a problem. Let's see if this emulsion tube will come out at all. Oh, yeah, there we go. So here's the emulsion tube. And that could be problematic. I mean, it looks nice and clean. Again, you probably can't see that, but then the tubes are on the side that let air in. That should be fine. I guess it may be a problem with the actual float level, but you'd think that would be a problem. When the float comes up, when it fills with gas, it should stay relatively, the gas level shouldn't be so high. The needle that allows the gas in, I think, stops, and there's still some play for this to keep going up, but the needle's long stopped before it, so maybe it actually is just fine. Well, okay. I don't know what else to do. See if we can put this back on without losing the whole thing. Step one. You know, I don't know what I did, but I think I actually fixed it. So let's go ahead and put that cover on and see if we can get out of here. Anyways, it's funny because I always question whether or not I should bring my tools. You know, like I just have a single bag here that I grabbed this morning from the car and brought it aboard, and I know it's a good idea, but then I'm just, you know, there's thoughts in the back of my mind, you know, what am I going to do with a bunch of tools? Well, here you go. Right as I was picking up the anchor, these guys were. I'm like, okay, I'm not leaving yet. I'll just sit here a minute and hopefully I don't drift back into shallow water or something. But, it's fine, they're moving quick. Okay, I don't think I'm going to stay out here very long. Honestly, the wind really has died. It's going to pick up this afternoon, but for right now, let's go ahead and let's use this motor a little bit, regain my confidence in it. Feels good to be out. Very few people around. I guess this lack of sun is chasing them away. All seems right with the world, even in the middle of the pandemic. That's fine. You can get out here, spend some time by yourself, you know, get away from it all.